I smashed the dormitory door open with a single punch. Then, I grabbed my coworker just as he was trying to jump out the window. The guy had stolen my shoes. I was determined to teach him a lesson. But right at that moment, the supervisor suddenly showed up. He stepped in and stopped me. I grabbed my shoes and turned to leave, but the supervisor called me back. And the very next day, he brought in someone specifically to put me in my place. I looked at the little guy standing in front of me. A guy his size, I could take down 5 of him on the street. But once we stepped into the ring, he was incredibly light on his feet. I couldn't land a single hit on him. Instead, he waited for the perfect opening and knocked me flat on the canvas with one punch. The sound of everyone laughing filled the room. I stormed off the stage in a fit of rage. I slammed my fist into the punching bag, and I walked right out of the gym. That's when my manager tracked me down. He told me that 5 months ago, Ross wasn't half the fighter I was. So if I just stayed put and committed to his brutal training regimen, it wouldn't be long before I'd be the one taking Ross down. From that day on, I pushed myself through hellish training. First, I had to master the raw power behind every punch. Then, I worked on my footwork to stay light on my feet. Next came the defensive drills. And finally, perfecting the speed and impact of my strikes. 2 weeks later, I challenged Ross to a rematch. But he was just as arrogant as the last time. I used some fancy footwork to find the perfect opening for a punch. I stayed light on my feet, mirroring his every move. Keeping my guard up, I watched him like a hawk. Then I saw my chance. I landed a massive blow right on Ross. And just like that, the fight was mine. I grabbed a magazine and headed straight for my coach. I told him I wanted to be just like Joe Frazier on the cover, a world champion that the whole world looks up to. The coach couldn't help but laugh at the thought, but he still pushed me to keep grinding in the gym and told me to get in the ring as much as I could to build up my experience.